All right, y'all. Welcome to this rendition of the live art session in the Whale Discord server. I'm your host, Show, and for our returning members, you already know how this is. This is always fun. It's always cool to deep dive into some of the best artists in the space, get to know them, pick their brains, see what their workflow is like. And for all of our new Whale members, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm happy to see you here. Love to see all the new faces. I love your energy. And yeah, basically, what we do here is we allow artists that are some new, some old, some well known, some not, and we allow them to come and create live for us, which is always a treat. And we get to ask them questions. This is actually part of a larger initiative, thanks to Whale Shark and the rest of the team, where we are incentivizing artists in the crypto art space to create NFTs that will essentially be mined for Whale. We have 10 artists a part of this initiative, and it is my pleasure to introduce this week's artist, Van, and his work that he will be providing for Whale. Hey Van, you can unmute your mic and share your screen.
There we go.
There he is.
Should be good to go.
Yeah, golden vocal cords.
What's up,
Hey.
man?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey y'all. So yeah, please click on the stream that is being shared by Van right now to get a look at this work in progress that we have going on. So you can also
play the loop for everybody.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, yo. Oh, man. If you're in the voice channel right now, please click just to see. You really want to see this. Don't just believe my hype, obviously I'm hype over like just about everything, but this is worth it. This is worth the hype here.
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
happy to be here.
Yeah, man. We're happy to have you here too. Let's kick this off. So you're based in Italy, correct?
Yes.
Whereabouts? Northern or southern?
In the north. I'm not too far away from Venice, actually.
Oh, okay. Is it like a big town, small town you're in, or?
No, I'm in a small town, like in the middle of nowhere. There are only fields around me. Between Vicenza and Padova. It's like in the northeast of Italy.
Yeah, I definitely heard of the second town you mentioned.
Padova,
but yeah. What is it though about like artists, especially crypto artists, wanting to be in like the middle of nowhere, creating like such firework?
I don't know, man.
Like
maybe the isolation, and you need to like find a way to express yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely for me. I work from home. I've been doing like design work for like 7 years at this point before transitioning to crypto art. So I don't go out much, actually, being I live in the middle of nowhere. But with a PC, with the internet, I can like connect to other worlds, and I can find and create my own worlds with my art and express them pretty much.
Yeah, I like that. Just for clarity's sake, you said that you were working from home, but was it in art itself before crypto art, or was it just something else entirely? Okay, so you are, just for everyone listening, you're an artist through and through. Period.
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I'm a full-time crypto artist for 2020. I transitioned from 2019 to 2020 to full-time crypto artist. I've been doing design work for like 7 years before that.
Oh, wow. Was it design work for specific clients, or was it like you were working within a major like business or company?
No, I was on my own. I was working with predominantly startups, and eventually I transitioned to Bitcoin startups between like 2014, 15, and I was doing like branding for them, and I will get paid in Bitcoin. That was like my introduction to the space.
Oh wait, so if it was 2015, then that means it was right before the super boom that happened, right, in 2017. Yep. Oh, you got in at the right time. So jealous. Yes. So jealous. Uh, but yeah, it's great though. I mean, I know for a fact that the crypto art space has received someone incredibly valuable in having you transition from doing design work for companies and to being a full-time artist. I mean
Yeah.
here, yeah. So that's pretty awesome. Um, I was also curious about are any of your pieces actually like influenced by Italian fashion companies? Like Italian fashion brands. Like, were you like kind of having your hand in creating that for them,
Not
or is it?
really.
Oh, okay.
Haven't paid much attention to fashion actually, but it's definitely an inspiration because I think fashion like follows a lot of trends. We can see a culture shift or something that fashion usually takes advantage and are there before everyone else. So I definitely see some changes around in the culture. Like 10 years ago, we didn't have so much of like the English music here. I was like listening to hip hop and rap like 15 years ago, and no one else was listening to it. Now it's everywhere. So there
Yeah.
definitely like a lot of changes culturally that for sure have influenced the fashion and then influenced me in return just by being in it pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, well, the reason why I brought up Italian fashion was because in your pieces, the patterns that you use, and specifically the color gradients that you use, are like incredibly reminiscent of a lot of fashion houses. So I wasn't sure if they were
Okay.
influencing you, but I was actually giving you the credit of saying like I feel like they're like biting your style, or like you're influencing them, like they're hiring you because like in our space, I haven't seen too many people use the patterns and color gradients, or at least like they haven't mastered it the way that you have, which makes you
Hmm.
super unique. So I was like, man, this has to come from somewhere like deeply rooted somewhere, and I'm just trying to find the source, you know. So shout out to you, man. Like this is
Thanks, man.
this is definitely like your unique style. Like you definitely know when you see a Van piece. It's not like oh hey, like I just like copied this GIF, off of like DeviantArt, But yeah, man, this is like just so you know, no one else has come close to really capturing that the way that you do. So shout out to you, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think for colors, having a background in design really helps a lot because you have to learn what colors go with other colors, what colors like can spark a certain emotion or feeling, what are colors are more friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
So definitely helped.
So we actually had like a pretty early question from one of our members
Sure.
named Rune. He was curious about which program and tool you were using. I always tend to ask all the artists what their tool of choice is. So you're using After Effects, is that
For
correct?
sure. Yeah, Adobe After Effects, which I use like almost all of my animation work is done here. I usually use Photoshop, Illustrator as well from Adobe. For 3D stuff, like the whales done in Cinema 4D, which is like kind of like Blender.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So you built this whale that we're looking at now in Cinema 4D, and
Yeah,
then you transferred this into After Effects.
exactly. Yeah, I render the
What?
frames.
That is like, all right, so for everyone listening right now, the reason why I'm so like hype and shocked is because like Cinema 4D in itself is like a beast. It is like it's an all-in-one program that is like high level. It's just like us in the crypto community, DeFi community, and things like that. It's like fringe tech. It's like top of the line, like we're literally like pushing the barrier. So the fact that he's actually taking that and then moving it into After Effects to add even more little tweaks and like extra things like that is like that's crazy. This takes a high level of skill, just so you know. So yeah.
Cheers, man. Yeah, I've done a lot of animation work in 3D at the beginning, so I kind of learn the basics. I'm not that good at it, but I kind of know how to do a couple of stuff.
Well,
Let me
well, well
show you the
that
well.
yeah, that little couple of stuff that you know how to do is some big stuff. So yeah. All right. So okay. So we got actually, could you describe what we're looking at right now? I mean, I don't want
Yeah,
to. project any of my own ideas or
So
concepts
this
onto
is
this.
going to be the NFT mining piece. They're going
Okay.
to have on sale for whale for any whale fan, and this is pretty much like a dedication to the whale community. So of course we have a whale in the style I like to do in 3D, which is like a low poly animated 3D model. It has like a pseudo wireframe gold around it, if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then around it, I want to build something that I like to use a lot, which is like combining design work into art. So around it's all built in Illustrator. So it's all vector. I just transfer the images to After Effects to animate them. And what I like to do now in the animation process, I would like to animate this piece to kind of like build it like a transmutation circle of an alchemic reaction.
Yeah,
If,
yeah. Okay.
if you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it.
I just didn't want to like just say it, but I was gonna reference that. But yep, so you hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
So yeah, I'm using a few elements that I really like to do in Illustrator, which is like the blended and so this is what like the effect where you can show depth, but it's still 2D. It's not really 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have this layer here, which I added a couple of icons that I really like to use and enjoy using. I have the X of my logo. I just like using X's. And then you have the ring outside it, which I'm going to rotate now, which has a binary code which translates into whale, repeated many times.
What? Yeah. Oh man,
Kind
like
of like a hidden
details.
thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, details. It's not just what you see. You have to really look at the piece. Yes, this is my whole vibe. I love it. I love it. And also this also has a just to piggyback off of what you're saying. So it's great that you detailed this because this particular circle right here is giving me some like power and prosperity vibes in terms of like esoteria. So the fact that you have the symbol of the whale within these shapes, the fact that you have certain things in threes, you have the triangle, you have
Yep.
the moon, the eye, and the X. They all have their own references too, in addition to the hexagon and then the circle with the binary codes. This is like it's like a super gift. It's kind of like honoring the fact that whale has been doing so well so far. So this
For
is
sure.
actually this is a super gift that you're giving us. So thank you very much, man.
Hey, pleasure.
Really fire. Anyway, please by all means continue if there are more details that I'm missing.
Yeah, I need to add a couple more things. Let me try first to start animating. So what I want to add, it's a reference to the actual whale, to the living animal. So let's move this. Wait. There you go. So when I add another circle behind everything, but this time around, I'll do something different with it. Let me center it. Okay. Save.
Just so you know, y'all, anytime I get quiet, it's not because I don't have anything to say. I have a lot to say, right? But it's more a matter of watching what the artist is doing right now. A lot of times you don't want to overspeak and distract them.
So this is kind of later dedicated to the whale community on how vocal they are and passionate about everything all around whale. Since I think I joined like 2 weeks ago, the whale program.
Oh yeah. Well, a little more than 2 weeks. It's been
Yeah, okay.
close, like about a couple of days off from like a month. But
Oh,
yes,
right,
yes,
nice.
yeah.
But yeah, I've been a fan of Whale Shark for a long time. He has been collecting for almost a year on my stuff.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I'm not just saying that because I'm part of the leadership team, but he's an awesome guy.
For sure.
Shout out to him if he's listening.
So what I'm trying to create is kind of like a sonar. Gonna make more sense when I animate it.
Mm.
Okay, let's preview it together.
Mm.
So this will be like a pulsating effect
Mm.
to like expand everything that's whale. So from the center, it goes all around. It kind of fades away. It plays on like the actual whale, which makes sounds in the water and expands and goes all over the place.
Yeah, it's like hypnotic, really hypnotic.
I need to fix some details there, but this should be pretty good. Let's try again.
Mm.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, I like that.
I need to tweak a little bit more, but I have to do these layers first.
How many layers, I would give or take, would you say that you tend to use for each of your pieces?
It really depends. Some of my more minimal stuff could have more layers than my more complex stuff.
Yeah, I feel you.
Mostly in After Effects, I don't really like well here. This is like 5 different whales looped together, but I don't see it because they're all inside the group, the composition.
Mm. We got a couple of questions here.
Sure.
One of them is from your fellow NFT whale miner, George Boya, awesome
Hey,
artist
George.
in his own right too. He would like to
Yeah,
know if
it was
this piece
lovely.
will. He would like to know if this piece will have sound like a sonar beep sound, because the circle coming out does
Mhm.
kind of have like an echolocation kind of feel.
Yep.
So he
So
will it be
maybe
audio?
I have an audio piece downloaded. I haven't tried to like sync it to the animation just yet.
Okay, cool. We also have another one from Aussie Master. They would like to know: are you planning to add some textures to the whale or keep it wireframe?
For the whale, I will keep it wireframe, but the idea is to add like a shimmer, like a translucent layer flowing left to right on top of it.
Mm. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those pieces. Like if you just stare at it for long enough, you're gonna like fall into like a trance like state.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
So I changed the color of the outer ring to match the white, because when it transitions from like below everything to the outside, kind of looks better if it matches where it comes from. I think I like it like that.
Mm.
Let's play a little bit.
Mm. Oh my God! Wow, that's wow.
So of course it's all looped and everything kind of loops at the same time, but I actually want the sonar to be a little bit more organic. So I'm going to loop it at different rates. Let me see. So it doesn't look too much stiff and repeated.
Yeah. One of our members is curious if they need like a super strong computer rig to do this the way you're doing it, or can you just do it on a normal computer?
No, you can do it on a laptop. Like 8 gigs now, you can do pretty much a lot of stuff. Usually you have to be a little patient with like the preview. So if I play it now, it's gonna struggle a little bit soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a pretty decent rig, like 16 gigs of RAM. It still struggles. So if I have patience, I definitely started with a laptop.
Yeah,
And
my
I was still
experience.
doing a lot of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there. I was just
You're fine.
gonna piggyback and say that yeah, my experience with any Adobe product is that it takes up a huge amount of my computer's RAM. So the fact that you're saying that you could just use 8 gigs is kind of interesting to me. So that's a good note to have.
Plus, you can do most of these things apart from the well. You can do all in Illustrator and Photoshop and just import images. So you don't have to do all shapes and layers, which is like a little bit heavier to handle for After Effects instead of like just using images. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that looks organic.
Need to add a couple more.
Yeah, people a lot of the whale members right now, they're pretty hyped. They all love this
Also,
right now. Yeah, you're getting positive responses to this.
I'm really glad for the first piece at least. I really want to like have it something themed and dedicated to the community.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
Let's watch a full loop. The loop is like 19 seconds at the moment.
Man, that is really hypnotic.
All right. Okay. So I want to end a couple of things under the whale. Just man. I just add a little bit of glow. See if you can see the difference. Full.
You see, y'all, this is what I mean when I was complimenting Van earlier about the fact that he's the only one that I know in our scene who can really capture color gradients in the way that he does. So the fact that he's implementing all like the shimmering and the glow and all like these mesmerizing kind of like things is like, this is very unique to him, you know?
So yeah, it's not too much. It's like kind of subtle, but if you watch the X off on, kind of adds a little bit, and it kind of boosts the white. I like it. With that, I'm gonna add some noise, maybe like 3. Maybe 2. You pretty much don't see it on full scale, but if you like zoom in full quality, it adds a little bit, makes it a little bit less flat. I like it. Let's play a loop. Oh, by struggling. That glow.
Oh, do you, the glow is slowing it down, you think?
Mhm.
Or
That's good. You can watch one loop. Pretty nice. So for the shimmering, I need to be creative. So I have this piece I've done a while back. Let me speak. This is kind of like an edited image with like holographic translucent qualities, I guess. Kind of want to use this to add the translucent shimmer effect to the whale. Let me see how we can do.
For those of us just tuning in right now, we're watching Van create a whale inspired masterpiece for the NFT mining initiative that we have. Personal opinion, so far it's coming along really nicely.
So the idea is to like pan the translucent effect on top of it. I don't know how the result is going to be, but we can try it. Okay. This should be enough. So now the idea is to add that translucent layer only on top of the whale, so it doesn't conflict with everything else. So with this, we can track it.
Oh, I see what's happening. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, this is gonna be good. Yeah.
Too light. A bit too light. Remove it. This might be nice.
Yeah. Originally, I thought that you were gonna coat the entire whale with the shimmer, and then I thought that you were gonna have the whale just go through a shimmer. But now I get it now. So the shimmer is gonna travel across using the transparent layer to cover the outer edges so they don't conflict with the rest of the circle and the hexagon and the light in the
Exactly.
background. Yeah. Oh, and while the pulse comes out, the shimmer comes across too. That's fire. This is super fire and difficult to do, y'all. Just so you know. But we're watching him do it like so seamlessly.
So it's very subtle, but we can try and see it. So you can barely see it. It's here now. It's kind of moving. It's kind of a heavy effect, so I struggle a little bit with the brand preview.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure after the render it'll be pretty solid, right?
Yeah, that will be fine. I might want to animate a little bit the texture, since it's like just an image. But we will see. I like the idea that you can see like the shimmer under the belly,
Yeah, me too.
like a refraction from the water. I'm gonna leave it run for a bit. What is everybody saying? Did you like the idea?
Yeah,
The
they were.
shimmer.
Yeah, they're big fans. they're super big fans right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's more a matter of like they're mostly in awe of like the level of detail. You know, they all saying it's beautiful.
I appreciate it.
One of our members said that it looks like the whale is swimming in the aurora borealis.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, one of our members, Tinted, just said that you make it look so easy, which is true. Like all this takes time for a lot of other people. You just made it happen so quickly.
Yeah, having a background in design and like making branding and logos for people and startups, they will always ask like some animation stuff, like in intro. So I picked up After Effects pretty quickly. I spent a lot
Yeah.
of time with tutorials, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because one of our members, Katie Laurie, just said that she's learning so much right now about animation and effects from you. So that's a
Awesome.
pretty that yeah, that's positive that you just gave her that little jewel. Speaking of things happening pretty effortlessly, you have a pretty fire collaboration with Katie Arrington. Shout
Oh
out to
yeah,
Katie. Yeah, she was with us a few weeks ago.
yeah, I
She's
was
a
there for a
friend of
little
the
bit.
whales. Yeah, she's a whale member herself. Shout out to her. Our collaborations. Sorry, set some background noise. It's
You're
New York
fine.
City. It's super loud here. But yeah, are collaborations usually your thing, or would you recommend that other high level crypto artists seek to collab with each other?
Definitely. I think I started 2020 with a goal to collab with at least 2 other artists each month, and I hit a bump in the summer. But I think I've collabed with like 3 dozen people so far. I think it really like motivates you and inspires you to try different things. And I've come from like September 2019 when I kind of started in the crypto art scene, and when October 2019 I like took off selling a bunch of stuff. But since then, like August 2019, I was like 6 months without doing anything digital art related. I was like burned out. I was not doing anything pretty much. I was so in like a bad mood and shape that I was just doing design work because I needed the money. But other than that, I was like burned out. I couldn't do anything. And I think joining the crypto art space and like collabing with people helped like a lot.
I'm gonna touch on that in a second, but first thing I'm gonna bring
Sure.
up is the fact that you said that you did 3 dozen collaborations. Was that right? Three
Yes.
dozen collaborate. Wow. Wait. Someone in the stream text channel. What's 3 dozen again? Like, dude, I failed math, but I'm in crypto and I know all this advanced shit. But yeah, okay. Thank you, Katie Laurie. So you work with 36 artists. Is that correct?
Yeah, between 30 and 40.
Holy shit. Like what from basically you said from October 2019, not August 2019, from October 2019, from your
Pretty much, yeah.
selling all the way to now. Wow.
It's
Dude,
almost a year.
wow. Wow, you're a beast. That's a lot of personalities to manage. That's a lot of other artists. Every artist is different, man. Like, oh wow,
For
that's
sure. I think
wow.
I approached and I got approached by people who had the same mentality, even if we had different styles. The collab I did with Katie was like one of my favorites. I just saw her stuff. I really loved her style, which is very unique.
Yeah, definitely. I agree, and I'm a fan too. She knows that already. Like we shouted her out. um, but I also want to touch on the fact that you mentioned that you went on a kind of 6 months. I wouldn't say hiatus, but more like you needed to take some personal time. You know, and you were basically working for the money. This is a crucial
Yep.
thing. I brought this up in the past with a few other artists too, where sometimes it could be really hard, like the muse, like the fire, right?
Hmm.
It gets tested when you have to work for companies or people where like you're the 100% like the inspiration, I would say, right, is always challenged by the fact that you need to provide these particular things for people, and if it's not fueled by them, then it starts to dimmer. So
For sure.
it starts to dim. You start to really lose that fire, but that fire is what makes us as artists. It's not really an egotistical thing. I would say it's more so passion and a call. It's like a pull to create an awesome thing. But as time goes on, if you're not feeding that, then you fall into this particular thing where you only need to satisfy yourself through the materialistic side of things. So you're creating this artwork to make money, but really money, it doesn't really have a vibration to it. It's a dead
Hmm.
thing. While the artwork is a living thing that's coming from you, So it can affect you, and it would cause you to feel burnt out. It's like, because you're not being charged anymore, you're not being fed. So it sucks that you had to go through that, man. And but just so you know, you're not alone in that. Many artists
Hmm.
we go through that, but it's this awesome
Yeah, for sure.
transitionary period, where like that 6 months, I'm pretty sure during that you were transforming into this beast that you are now, Van. And you found the crypto art scene, and we're blessed that this happened. So it kind of worked out,
Appreciate it.
right? So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I mean, shit. I would say it worked out. I mean, you went from 6 months of being, not being fueled by the material,
Hmm.
the material world, into working with 36 other artists and collaborating, and each piece is fire. Like, dude, shoot,
Yep.
that's awesome. Yeah.
And I went from like making money, like working out under other people, because even if I like working from home as a designer, I still have to have a direction of what they want, what they need, and doing whatever I want pretty much. And 2020, I went full crypto art. I'm still full crypto art. All my income is like from crypto. So definitely, it's been a really a nice adventure. After those like 6 months, I came back with a lot of the ideas that I like were in the back of my head, but I didn't have the motivation to do them. I doubted myself, and this is what I really liked about Katie, which is like she does instructions and helps people out with their art.
Yeah, which is great. Like, she's a like essentially she's a life coach for
Yeah, pretty
artists.
much.
And that wisdom is valuable. I mean, your wisdom too right now, and for people who are going to listen to this video, which is being recorded, um it's you're going to be inspiring people in the future too, so it's really important that they heard that aspect, that you
Hmm.
were doubting yourself at one point, that you needed time to really put the pieces together, because a lot of people, they just want the instant gratification, instead of knowing that sometimes,
Yep.
you're going to work really hard and maybe in the wrong direction, but then there may be times where you work really hard and you go in the right direction and it just all clicks, you know so
Yeah.
yeah, man, I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. Oh, one of our members, Darium,
Hmm.
they were so inspired by the convo that we just had, that they want to know your Twitter so they can follow you and get your
Awesome.
everyday thoughts.
Sure. It's fan design underscore.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna post that right now.
Awesome.
Boom. Oh, it actually used your Discord tag, but there you go. Yeah, for everyone who's in the Stream Tech channel on Discord, you can follow him at Van Design underscore. He also he retweets a lot of dope things too,
Oh
so
yeah.
you may get put on to some more info. You'll get to see some other artists and other platforms and things like that he's into. Speaking of other platforms, though, and then we'll come back to the artwork, but I just want to
Hmm.
make sure we touch on this too. So you did a collaboration with Meta Factory, is that right?
Yeah, still
Or-
doing. It's in progress.
yeah. Oh yeah. So this is the brand new thing. This is what you're
Oh
working
yeah.
on right now, right? Oh man, this so we're gonna have some physical pieces from you that we can
Yes.
get, right? Wow. Um, do you mind if I ask, in terms of like pieces, like are we doing outerwear, swimwear? What are some things are we expecting from Van in the
From the
physical?
beginning, it's gonna be like pretty chill, just a hoodie, maybe a couple of shirts. But the idea is to expand eventually and do like custom stuff. I
Okay.
want to kind of learn a little bit on how to actually do pieces which are not like printed on. And the brand, which is Bonker, it's like my alt account, and I wanted to do a little bit different compared to like the other artists that are going to launch on the Meta Factory. So the idea is to build a brand with a specific style in mind. It's going to be a little bit cyberpunk and tech military. It's going to feature a lot of like patterns, geometric shapes, and often like neon colors. I want to like blend 3D and design into it. So it's going to have 3D pieces in the style I do, which is this one, low poly 3D models, and then illustrate the stuff, sort of like geometric shapes. I can actually maybe share some stuff.
Yeah, sure. Oh, hey y'all. So we're getting a little exclusive here. He's gonna show us some of the designs from his Meta Factory collab. Wagner, right?
Vonker.
Vonker. Okay,
Yes.
Vonker.
Stands for Visually Addicted Punker.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, that's me. Visually addicted.
So yeah, speaking of that, I actually built this brand 2019 right before I like burned out. So I didn't really pursue anything with it. And then I think it was February 2020. Yeah, February 2020, I was started talking with Meta Factory. We've been working on the Vonker brand for like 6, 8, 7 months now. So it's pretty much ready to go. Like the assets and everything is ready to start. Of course, it's not going to be only merch and shirts and stuff. The idea is to license assets so people can create their own merchandise and then put it on sale. It's going to have a kind of governance DAO feature into it where people can vote on designs they want to sell.
Oh, that's pretty unique. I'm not sure if anyone else is doing that. So that's oh wait, are you the first to pioneer that, or
No.
is somebody else on that?
Twisted has already done a launch on the brand.
Oh yeah, shout out to
It's an
Twisted
awesome
Vacancy.
shirt.
Yeah, Twisted Vacancy, man. Yeah, but oh man, this is but it's just so novel, but such a dope idea that I think that there's a serious use case for that. So
for sure. I dropped a link in chat, stream chat.
Boom. Oh
I
yeah,
did those wallpapers the other day on stream, just for fun.
Y'all see that? Just a little preview from the Twitter account. You see the styles and the colors that are used. That's pretty dope.
So yeah, Vonker is going to be pretty big. It's going to feature my social currency in it. It's going to have digital drops, so NFTs as well. It's going to have digi-physical products. So if you buy the limited edition exclusive merch, you might get a wearable for crypto boxes as well in it. They are working with Jin to actually expand that to Decentraland and every other VR platform.
Oh man, shout out to Jin. Yeah, if you create some meshes, that's gonna be it's gonna be out of here. You know, that's the future, I think. So, oh man, that's sick. Oh, you I was gonna save it for later, but I mean, you mentioned it. So, you have a social token, right? And you're calling it Van. that's really like we don't have to imagine what the name of it would be called. That's cool. So basically you're gonna associate this token with the physical products that are coming out. Is that right? Or
kinda. It's gonna be like a bonus.
Okay.
The idea for my social currency, which is officially the name is Vonker, but the ticker is Van, because I want to use it to like bridge the gap between the two brands I have, which is like my personal van design brand and the Vonker brand, which is like going to be an exclusive fashion brand. And the idea is to like bridge the gap between the two and get something extra for the loyal people, for people who interact on socials, people who buy merch, who buy digital art. I still have to lay down all the rules and stuff for that.
Yeah,
but definitely it's gonna be included in some way or another with Vonker. and the Meta Factory drops. And as well, with my stuff on web design, I want them to like interconnect and bridge. So you can maybe get Van as a drop by buying a shirt, and then you can go into Van design and buy NFT with it, like
Oh
typical
wow.
social currency stuff that
Yeah,
artists do.
yeah, definitely. I was actually gonna ask, what are the benefits that are gonna come with using yours as opposed to other artists' social tokens? But you just answered that. That's pretty good. I believe that's gonna definitely incentivize people to invest further in Vonkner and
Yeah,
the pieces associated.
yeah, it's gonna be like a bonus, and I'm gonna have drops on stream, and I'm going to stream again. I have drops on like social.
That's awesome. All right. I got the piece full screen. Excuse me.
Nice.
Again, yeah, I'm looking at the pulse. I'm looking at the whale and the shimmer.
Let me loop it.
Yeah, this is a sick effect.
It's pretty good place at this point. I don't really have any other ideas that I had in mind already. So
Yeah.
if you want to add some suggestions, you can chat. Feel free to write them down.
Oh, wow. Hey, y'all, whale fam. So you have an opportunity to actually collab with Van, who's like the king of all collabs, right? So if you feel like you want to make a suggestion, by
Yeah,
all
feel free.
means, drop it. Yeah. I mean, me personally though, I feel like this is pretty solid and fire, but maybe
Mm-hmm.
somebody sees something from a different perspective that I don't. So,
Yeah,
but by
for
all
sure.
means, don't speak all at once, y'all. That's cool. And while they well, okay, so we have one of our members, Jilt.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know if you can mix up the geometry
Sure.
and also our one of our advocates, the Cryptolorian, who's also recording this stream. Shout out to him. He's doing double duty right now. He would like to know if you can add whale sounds to the pulse. Oh, in terms of that, he said that he does have a background track that he's gonna add later on, so that's gonna go down. Um, Well, wait, actually, as opposed to you mixing up the geometry, Jill, just so you know, a lot of the piece right now is actually fully in sync in terms of geographical shapes. So he's following a particular thing. So
Yeah, I'm
I'm
open
not.
to try other stuff.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. If that's the case, then yeah, yeah. He was just saying straight lines and circles.
Okay. How do we feel about the hexagon?
Maybe I was just too attached because I felt like like this is following a particular form of
Mm-hmm.
esoteria, and the fact that you nailed this particular form of esoteria and like the symbols and iconography, I just felt like there wouldn't be too much more you would essentially add without taking away. But I'm just too attached. So yeah, maybe lines and circles, lines and circles. Let's go.
Okay.
We also have a suggestion from Aussie Master. They would like to know if you can make the whale rotate in an x-axis. So that's basically horizontally. So it reminds us of a spinning coin.
Oh, that would be cool. Unfortunately, the whale is already rendered
Yeah, I
in
mean,
3D.
yeah, from Cinema 4D. That yeah, so
Mhm.
that's so yeah, Ozzy Master. Just so you know, he transferred that from Cinema 4D into After Effects. So that's actually going to be somewhat difficult. And if you did attempt to rotate the 3D model, you're going to see some things like you're going to see like lines and edges and weird things happen.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not really good at rigging, so this is like a basic rig to make it move.
Yeah.
It's not the most elegant solution. So if you look at the mask that it has on the rig, it's not really perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Does the job, but it should be fine.
Yeah. Some of the members are saying they can see multiple moving circles in different directions happening.
Oh, okay. I like the idea. I wonder if we can do. I kind of want to replicate the sonar, but inwards instead to like going outwards. Should work. So we still get the same effect I already wanted with the hexagon, which like showcase depth of going inside and on the center of the piece. But this time we have the circles. Should probably color match. This does a little bit of a weird effect because it's creating depth in a way that this almost looks like the inner part of the rim of a coin, actually, which is kind of nice. But I want to add another one of these. Try mask it. Yeah, kind of matches the golden ring, the circles here, but the rotation is going to be opposite. So it matches the rotation of the golden one. It's kind of like follow it. there might be too many lines at this point.
Yeah.
Struggling a little bit. Also, we have to fix the mask here. But like that, I consider it. Usually, I'm probably not going to be able to finish it on stream today, but I usually come back to it like a couple of days later. So with fresh eyes, I can see if everything still works together as it did before.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely. Of course. I mean, and that's always the best too. You tend to notice all the gaps, and things like that. So that's cool. I mean, this version is cool. I did actually prefer the hexagon too.
I kind of did too.
In the previous, but it's all good too. This is fire. This is still like a really masterful work. I definitely see it becoming like a staple or a fan favorite. Lastly, yeah. So one of our members wanted to know, do you have any advice for any upcoming crypto artists in the scene?
I'll definitely say do collabs, like reach out to other artists.
I'm sorry, man. But yeah, I feel you.
It's like it's nice to sell a piece for a lot of money. It's like more fulfilling to work with another artist and like share something together while creating a piece of art.
Yeah, definitely.
So for sure, collabs.
Yeah, I feel like in terms of creative juices, it's always great to always mix with people and see what comes up. Sometimes some personalities jive really well, so you could create some awesome work.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
we have a lot of markets now. We have a variety of places you can sell. Use a lot of social, like Twitter is the perfect place for crypto art.
oh yeah. Oh my God, like we live on Twitter and
Yeah.
Discord, right? Like in addition to our metaverse platforms, it's like you are essentially in the ecosystem if you're like living and doing things in all of them, right? I was actually gonna ask you, wait, so when I ask you this question, you have to answer quickly. You can't think about it, all right? You
Okay.
promise? All right. So which crypto art platform is your favorite? Go.
Makerspace.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
You know why the reason?
Why? Why?
I actually made way more money on Super Rare, but Makerspace approached me, I think, January 2019. So 8 months before I actually sold a single piece. And I was actually in Makerspace January 2019. My first 6 pieces are minted on Makerspace there. I never like advertised or sold anything until October 2019, but I actually was on Makerspace almost a year before.
Were you part of the first like group of artists to be onboarded there?
I think I was maybe not the first. I think Daniel Ignacio was one of the first, and then I saw from his stuff, which I've been following for years. And I don't know how they found me. Maybe on social, I think.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say about their founder is that he mentioned it that he was pretty diligent in regards to trying to find people to add to the platform, but now it's kind of different. They're not really accepting that many people, So,
Yeah.
I mean, but basically, it's just leaving room for like a huge marketplace to come and fill that void, and I think that's gonna happen. I'm like predicting it. It's going to be something major that's going to come. That's going to like knock them all out, But that's just my personal opinion. So, we have a question from Marino.
Mhm.
Marino would like to know, do you think there's a specific kind of art wanted by collectors? So essentially, are you a fan of creating art for collectors or creating for yourself?
You can do both, but I don't think collectors are like looking for a specific kind of art. I've seen like any type of art get sold, and especially now where we have like platforms that enable like 3D models, like music. You can see like if a piece you like and you create and you're happy with it, you can put it on sale. If it does sell, good. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. It's going to sell at one point. I have pieces that haven't sold for like 6 months, and then they got huge bids. I think if you want to sustain yourself, just like doing crypto art, you might have to pander a little bit to the collectors and the trends. But if you can do it without it, you're going to like enjoy more the craft, I think.
Mm.
It's a
There's also,
difficult balance.
yeah, I feel you. There's also, I guess it's a two-parter question because Marino just followed up and asked, in
Mhm.
terms of themes, are there particular themes that collectors like to see in order to collect? But I guess you answered that question with within the first one, that they're not really looking for a particular thing, but more so if they're attracted to a particular piece itself.
I think they're more looking to ideas.
Hmm.
Before Pac came into the scene, no one like blew up like him doing the specific style he does,
Yeah,
which I've
shout
been
out to Pac.
following for like years since I've been like a fan of Art Collect for a long time.
Yeah,
I th-
shout out to Pac, and
for
also
sure.
yeah, for him creating our the Whale community logo,
Hmm.
and also kind of having one of the biggest sales of the year, with the single pixel, two of them, by the way. So
Yeah, at this point, I think he's like, if not one of the biggest on all platforms.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to create first for yourself, and if you have to like make money because you need money, you should try to create first for yourself, anyways. And they're not like a specific style, but if you look around, there are trends, and some artists are like trendsetters. Definitely people like Hakata, Xcopy, Pac. They have a distinct style which is being copied or like homaged or inspired by many others, me included, especially from Pac.
Yeah, I hear you. We have a question from to Cryptolorian. He
Hmm.
would like to know, if you're a brand new crypto artist, which platform would you go on if nobody saw your art before?
Hmm. It
Yeah,
depends if they accept you.
right.
The
Yeah,
obvious question would be readable because they don't have to accept you. You can
yeah,
still sell stuff on OpenSea, but you have to have a strong presence in social media to sell it.
yeah. Good
And
point. I
sometimes, yeah, sometimes you don't have that presence. You need platforms. I think before I like blew up on Super Rare, I don't really have any presence in the crypto space, and definitely that helped where I am now. I think we will see a lot of new platforms coming up. We're going to be a little bit more open, kind of like a wearable.
Mhm.
And the perfect spot will be something where it's a little bit created, and they still let you upload whatever you want. Maybe give the community um, the way to like vote if something is not appropriate,
Mhm.
because there's still there's still some like limits, boundaries you should respect. And I don't know about the gas gas solution at the moment.
Oh yeah.
But I think more than a platform to sell art, I think we need more a crypto art platform to showcase art, because a lot of the people that enjoy our art as artists don't ever buy anything, and that's totally fine.
I agree.
But if we are in Instagram, Twitter, a little bit all over the place, there should be like one single place where you can go, like the Instagram of crypto art, and you can see all crypto art, and you can maybe click on it and buy it or put a bid on it.
Yeah.
And it should be, of course, open. So pretty much like the open sea of Instagrams.
Right.
So it doesn't have like only one platform on it.
Yeah, I agree totally. I share those sentiments too. I personally have a plan, but I mean, if I knew a
Okay.
dev, oh man, or a number, or a team of devs, oh man, like yeah, I sent like a pretty random tweet like a week ago, or whatever, that got a lot of traction, and it made a lot of people, like a bunch of CEOs and founders, DM me on Twitter,
Nice.
and we had like, yeah, because it was real, it was just like an honest assessment about the platforms. But speaking of social media presence, since you mentioned it, a lot of our members right now, they have a bunch of questions for you in regards to that. So we have Aussie Master. He wanted to know, how many followers did you have on social media when you first sold your piece back in October 2019?
I think I had like 5K followers on Twitter. And I've built like that all over maybe 8 years, 7 years. I don't remember. I think 2013 I joined Twitter. I think it definitely helps if you have a lot of people, but my audience wasn't really there for crypto art. I think I follow 300, 400 people in the space, mostly artists. But the reach wasn't there for me at the time, because I've been sharing a lot of. I have like a huge library, like 2-3K pieces that I've done over the years. Most of them are like phone wallpapers, because I was like do phone wallpapers for me. And then I will just share them on Twitter. A lot of times I will tag Archilect, which is BIPAC.
Yeah.
And that will be retweeted. And I think I got most of my followers from there, actually.
Oh, from a POC retweet of your pieces.
Yeah, specifically from an Archilect retweet.
Oh, okay. Oh, an art collector. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. So that's like it's kind of like
Yeah.
your cross promoting, essentially. Like they're looping you into their social circle, which kind of answers this question from Marino about building that presence. So that's an example right there. Basically, collaborating with people and having them advocate for you on like a platform like Twitter and things like that. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's for sure. Archilect does share and retweet a lot of stuff if you tag hashtag Archilect. They don't do obviously everything, but if they see something they like, they retweet it. And they have a huge social presence. I think they were already 1 million followers last year. Should be approaching 2 million now. And I think you don't need that big of a presence anyways. I've seen very successful artists have like 100 followers on Twitter. And the people that are followed by them are like dedicated collectors or other artists they have collabed with. So definitely networking and collabing with people helps a lot, because you mix your audience with them. So bottom line, do more collabs for sure.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, y'all heard it first. You heard it from the master of collaborations and color gradient and abstract patterns that are super detailed and things like that. On behalf of the whale community, Van, obviously, man, you're a member too. You're part of the whale community. So, but on behalf of those listening, I should say, now and in the future, I just want to say thank you very much for your time. Thank you for
Appreciate it.
deeper into your mind and your workflow and your art style.
It was a pleasure.
And thank you for the wisdom too. I feel like this has been very informative and this is very inspiring. So I definitely appreciate this, man.
Thanks for having me. It was really nice to show my work. I don't usually do it. I think I streamed one time, and that was like 3 days ago. So I hope to stream more and see you around on social media and stuff. If you want to see more of my stuff.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, well, fam. So you saw the links to Vonker. You saw the link to Van's Twitter, also his website. It's all in the Stream Text channel. Please say thank you very much to him. You can type that out now. And yeah, thank you very much, Van.
Thanks to you guys. Thanks for